Hey everybody, Nev here, and we got a very special edition of InTouch's Telling All with yours truly. We had someone on the show once, and this didn't air, but we'd filmed with them one day, and then the next day we were supposed to meet them in the morning and film again, and they didn't show up, couldn't get in touch with them. Finally, hours and hours later, we hear back from them, and this is the story they said. They said they were in the car with their brother, dropping something off at their apartment, and somebody ran out from their apartment and chased them with a gun and got into another car, and there was like a car chase, and that her brother got shot and was in the hospital. And it's not that it couldn't have happened, but it was so crazy, and she was unavailable all day. And then the next day she was available, and apparently none of that had happened. But that was a wild, crazy 24 hours. That never had anything to do with the show, but almost lost an episode. We did one where a young woman from, I think, Kentucky or somewhere in that area was talking to a woman who had told her she was a medium and had been talking to / communicating through the void beyond with this girl's dead dad. It seemed very unlikely and unbelievable that this random woman from Florida would be talking to the dead spirit of this girl's dad from Kentucky. But amazingly, we did all the research we could. We background checked her. We asked her crazy personal questions that no one would have known except for either this girl or her aunt, who was the sister of the dead dad. And she answered stuff that made us pretty much convinced that there is in fact some sort of spirit world, and perhaps people can connect with it. I mean, the honest answer to that is me. Hard to find someone more difficult than myself. But we had a young man who is very artistic and creative. We've had people in the past who had some preferences, but never anyone who insisted and would not continue filming until he got Fiji water. And really made a big thing of it. And granted, he was emotional and there was a lot going on, but full on diva, walked away, mic off, I need my Fiji water. That was funny. What would I have done differently with Spencer? If I could only FaceTime Katy and Spencer together so that she could say for herself, Spencer, I don't know who you are, I haven't been talking to you, and we're never gonna go out. Because I still think deep down, he thinks there's a chance. So Katy, if you ever see this, just tweet me a video or something, and I can send it to Spencer, just letting him know, unless maybe you are secretly having an affair with him, and you guys want to keep it under wraps. I think probably his sense of humor. He always knew how to make a great, very biting joke or perfect pun. Also our shared love for Phil Collins. And just to be able to, you know what it is? It's a very similar catalog of references. I can reference things and Max always knows exactly what I'm talking about when sometimes no one else will. The episode that disturbed me the most was definitely the one we did with a girl who calls herself Tracy Barbie. Young woman, very pretty, but just obsessed with attention and sort of celebrity culture. So much so that she made a fake Catfish account basically just to troll people because she knows that negative attention and hate online is equivalent to just sort of attention and likes. So she just sort of grew up watching reality TV and became this sort of monster version of what she thought people wanted. and says whatever she wants and does whatever she wants because she knows the more outrageous she is, the more people will pay attention to her. And it was upsetting because I worry for her. I don't think she's going to be a happy, healthy person. I got two answers. One is like the easy one, right, which is Barack Obama, someone like that, you know, just a wildly impressive role model. But on the sort of opposite end of that, I kind of would like to do an episode with the woman who catfished me, Angela. I just think that would be really interesting to get her thoughts and perspective on the world I'm now in, and maybe, I don't know, I just think she'd be great at it. No, that's tough, because honestly, loved all of them, but so different. I mean, we've got some amazing episodes coming up with Slick Woods, which is great. Elle King, amazing. We just had an episode with Swaggy P that I loved. He was so fun to work with. If I had to pick a favorite guest co-host, I'd have to sort of cheat a little bit and say it might not be from this season, but from last season, when my wife co-hosted with me, because I still think she was the best.